Hello and welcome back to the Deviant Duo. We have another fun one today. So Quincy, how have you been? It's been a few days since we last spoke.
I know. To be honest, I was about to burp, so probably... No, I'm not sure. Am I okay? Am I not okay? No, I'm okay today. We're getting warm weather at the moment, so I'm getting a bit hot and flustered again.
Lucky.
I know. Up in Scotland, you don't get anything above 20, do you?
20? It's currently 11. It's so cold.
Yeah. Oh, I've had to turn the aircon on cold today. It's lovely though, sun shining, watching the birds outside, got my plants, looking very healthy. So to be honest, I am feeling quite good, and I'm really excited for our guest today as well.
Yes. So we actually don't have one guest today. We have two. We're really pushing the limits here, aren't we? Ooh, breaking the norms.
Shocker.
Yeah.
The duo meets another duo.
I know. That's a foursome. I was going to say ménage à trois, but that would be three, and I'm dumb and don't know French, so...
Ménage à quatre. Cat is four, so we'll have to ask them when they come in and see what they say.
So today's guests, we have the wonderful Tosa and Spyke. Say hello, guys.
Hello. Ruff. Hello.
Oh, God,
Thanks
my
for
ears are
having
gone.
us.
So, what is a foursome in French?
Un plan à quatre.
Exactly.
Yeah, un plan à
And
quatre.
slower?
Simplement.
Plan
Slower?
à
Plan
quatre.
à quatre. Plan
Yeah, excellent.
à quatre.
Sounds perfect. Yeah, so
Hey!
let's do it
So
now.
let's do that. It's very vocal for some, for sure. And talking about cold, there's still snow here end of April. So I can relate.
So please don't complain.
Yeah, I won't complain, honestly. So what temperature is it there now, then?
Minus something.
The negative temperatures just go straight for my arthritis, so no thank you.
Well, normally we almost gonna finish winter here. It's just 7 months for the winter in Canada, so everything is gonna be okay.
God. 7 months is a long time for a winter. So would you like to tell us a little bit about yourselves? What is it that you guys do?
Oh, wow. What we guys do? Puppy play, mostly. I think this is pretty much our lifestyle now.
Okay.
Do you want us to introduce yourself first, or we just go straight into it?
Go for it. Introduce yourselves. Tell us about your puppies.
Okay. Well, I'll let Spyke speak after. Yes. For me, I'm Tosa Mazrim. I'm the alpha of the Mazrim Pack. Pup Montreal 2017, International Year of Pup 2019, and I wrote the book on puppy play. So it's been quite a while that I'm into that, and I think today it's being part of my daily life. Ruff.
You were good. You were so good. Now I'm so stressed to go after you. So, hi, I'm Spyke. I'm originally from France. Now I'm based in Canada. I'm the beta of the Mazrim Pack. I'm the current Pup Montreal 2025, or Pup Montréal 2025 in French. I'm the co-creator of the Sniff Off contest. It's a contest for the one who love the scents. And I'm also a host and organizer for different kinky fetish events worldwide. So we have the chance to live from our passion.
Wow. It sounds like you guys have your hands full or your paws full with the amount that you guys do.
Yeah, I have to say right now it's busy. We were in Darklands a few months ago. 3 weeks after it was Chicago. A few weeks after it's Phoenix. So we do a lot of travel to be at the kinky and fetish events. So it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I can complain, but I'm tired.
Yeah, I was going to say, that sounds exhausting.
Yeah, well, it's with passion. So it's always go better with that passion.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you guys feel when you do these big social events, I don't know what it is, smaller events, I feel my social battery drains pretty quick, but something like Darklands, I feel my social battery just stays constantly at full.
Yeah.
Depends how involved you are and if you're organizing or just participating and having fun, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, I can imagine the actual organizing would be draining.
It is, and
it's all fun.
For myself, I can't be calm for 5 minutes, so I'm always very tired at the end of the day, I have to say, and sometimes I just want to have a puppy brain and don't have to do all the work stuff, I would say.
Yes.
But yes, it's with passion. So most of the time we just have to connect with a few different people, and it's always like an occasion to meet new people or to meet people that we talked with on Instagram or social media. It's always a pleasure to see them in the real in-person life sometimes, because of course when you do a lot of social media, sometimes you disconnect with reality. Those kind of events are really good for us to reconnect with the community and to really understand what we have to work on. So yeah, it's always a good moment for us to understand what we have to do and what we have to reconnect. And yeah, it's always fun, but exhausting at the end of the day. But after a good hot chocolate, everything going better.
Absolutely.
Chocolat chaud.
Chocolat chaud. It's so bilingual. It's fantastic. Oh my gosh.
Maybe you should just do this whole podcast in French. It'd just make me a lot more hot and flustered. I love the French. But maybe not the Canadian French. I'm sorry, Tosa.
Hey.
I'm sorry. I've now upset the whole French Canadian community. I apologise.
Cancelled. That's it.
Cancelled again.
For the 5th time this season, Division is cancelled.
Wow.
I keep trying. It never happens. So, Tosa and Spyke, I got to meet you at Darklands, which was so fun. So fun. I just wanted to go on. And Spyke, you were saying you don't stand still for 5 minutes.
No way.
I think that's an understatement.
Oh, do explain.
I would be speaking to Spyke for a minute. I would turn around and they would be about halfway down Darklands in a certain ever space. And I'd be, what? Or somehow it had jumped on something else, or is in the ball pit, or he was running around. You just have so much energy. I don't get it. How do you have so much energy? It's just...
I still don't know, I have to say. I was not drunk. Not yet.
Because you sleep
it's not alcohol.
late in the morning.
In the morning, don't talk to me before I drink my second coffee. I'm not a morning person, but at the moment that I just click and just snap out of it, I'm just the chaotic puppy. But I don't know where I take my energy. I think during my whole life, I was a really calm and introvert person. I know it's tricky to think about this, but I was really introverted person. So I think that even anytime when I'm in my headspace, it's, I think all those years who try to go out and just be funny and just play and just run everywhere like a chicken no head, it's my life. It's what I choose to be. And I think my energy isn't just chaos, it's generosity, just to see people just looking at me and laughing, even if it's with me or about me. I'm just happy to give a smile. So I think it's one of the things that I want to do the most in the community. It's to give smile, to make a lighter moment, even if it's just a quick moment, but it's what matters to me. So I never think about all the energy that I have. And at the end of the day, when I just sit on the couch, I'm, oh my gosh, I'm exhausted at this point. So it's always when I stop that I realize how tired I am. But yeah, I don't know how and I don't know where it's from, but I think it's from my past. And right now it's just trying to go out and just to be flawless.
Yeah, I get that.
I always find that with puppies that a lot of them start off as quite introverted and shy, and then the minute they realize, oh, I can be brave, it's just chaos. You can't get them to shut up.
Exactly.
But this podcast is about chaos. We want the chaos. Bring the chaos.
Of course.
Let's give the chaos. Okay, I burned everything around me and I just leak it.
Not again.
Let's go.
Get the fire extinguisher.
Oh, have you seen that GIF where it's that dog and literally the dog's just sitting on the table just looking
Yeah.
straight down and everything's
fine.
just been, yeah.
Yes.
I love that GIF. That is my
It's
favorite
like-
GIF.
It's
This
me.
is fine, or something
Literally,
like that.
it's me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, Dax, I think we should double team them.
Kinky.
Yeah.
I like to hear. Yeah.
Very kinky. So if I get one, you get another. And what we're going to do is we're going to ask them questions and we'll go back and forward and double team them.
Ooh,
Okay.
I like this.
I'm
Yeah,
kind
like
of-
this. So Dax, who do you want? Do you want Spyke or do you want Tosa?
Tosa.
So I get Spyke. Dax, you're going to get Tosa. Are we
right.
ready?
Let's do it.
Yes.
Yes.
Legs are
Go.
shaking.
Go. Okay. Sorry, that is
Oh,
really poorly
wow.
worded, that one.
Do you want to
Starting
start that
strong.
again?
Yes,
Okay.
I will start that
Okay.
again because, geez, yeah, maybe I just
I'm
read it wrong.
I think
dyslexic.
I
Also, I'm
understood.
dyslexic.
You're just
Well,
I
like,
can
just-
answer if you want, but
We'll just re-record
read
it for the
again?
podcast.
okay, sure, go ahead.
that's fine. Yeah, it's me editing all of this, so don't worry about it. I'll literally at some point just stitch together individual words Quincy said to make him say something that he totally didn't.
Please do. Please. I want to see this.
There'll just be a random segment that Quincy will just skip over the audio. Yeah, it sounds fine, it's fine. And then just in the actual audio, it'll just be something I like huffing farts. And everyone will be like,
Sniff
Quincy, I
out.
didn't know that. Ooh.
Wow.
No.
No
That's the
thinking.
sniff off contest.
Yes. It's just friendly pup behavior. Okay. So you wrote Puppy Play, a fully published book on pup play. What made you want to do it, and what did writing it teach you that living in the community hadn't?
Okay, starting strong. Honestly, I think it started out of necessity. When I entered the community almost a decade ago, yeah, it was 10 years ago, there was almost no real documentation out there. I was doing research and a lot of people were curious, people had questions, and I just could not find a clear place to go for answers. So I found myself repeating the same explanations over and over everywhere I was going, and whether it was during a workshop I was giving or during conversation or just helping people on one-on-one in events. So at some point I just started collecting all these questions from newcomers, from people outside the community. People were trying to understand themselves too. So at some point it just made sense to me to turn all of that into something more structures, and this is where the book came in place. It became a guide or reference, people will say now. Something, I think it started with a need for me to, I wish I had that when I started, so I tried to give that to other people who will start. And more importantly, I think this is something that could help people feel less alone, give them this sense of community internationally, more understood, and they can have more confidence in exploring this part of themselves. Yeah. What was your second question?
So what made you, well, you've answered why you wanted to do it. What did writing it teach you that living in the community hadn't?
Oh, wow. I think it forced me to slow down a bit and really reflect. I see a lot of squirrel with my ADHD, and sometimes
Yeah.
when I just do puppy play, I cannot really. When I'm living something, I don't take the time to really question it deeply. So reading it, reading it made me experience it more. It made me analyze everything, things. Why does puppy play exist? Why does it matter? What does it mean to people? So one of the biggest thing I realize is that it's not just about me. At first, like many people, you're just trying to figure out yourself. You're just surviving, exploring your identity. But over time, it just becomes bigger than that. You see the bigger pictures, and I discovered how much I value helping others. Just with my puppy pack, I love to support all members in it. I love supporting the community as well. I think. Oh, well, I'll try to not go into too much deep personal stories. I just try to create a safer and more informed space, and made me realize that you can grow beyond just your personal discovery and actually contribute to something meaningful in life. So yeah, that shift from self to community, that's probably what writing taught me the most. Sorry, that was not a concise answer, but I think that does the point.
I mean, no, that made sense.
Woof.
You kind of, from writing, it taught you more about the community than being in the community had taught you before.
Absolutely.
I think that's very powerful.
Yeah, and the funny part is I read this book 5 years ago, and now is my alpha and my boyfriend. So it's funny to read a book and after to meet the person. But definitely I started with the community because of this book. Not just because, but I learned a lot of stuff. So it's always funny to talk, and sometimes we just discuss about puppy play, and it's just, no, it's not what it's written in my book. And I'm like, okay.
No, I love that. So did you read the book and then go, oh, this author sounds hot, I need to meet him? Or did you just happen to meet, or did you contact each other? How did it happen?
Well, I read his book. I know that he worked from Montreal, but I was not aware that it was in the same association as me. And the funny part is, after I learned that it's Tosa and another person who created this association. So, well, I was tracked. But
how did you knew that, you stalker? Don't try.
I know where you live now. But otherwise, so I just read his book, and one point I just started to go at the association, and one time I just saw him, and I think we just discussed, but it was on surface discussion, and I met my master Odin, and it's Odin who just told me, okay, you have to talk with Tosa now, and you have to discuss, and you have to connect and to know more about him, because it's the beautiful, wonderful man on Instagram with the muscles, and he wrote a book, and so I was okay, it's an inaccessible person, and it's okay. And after I met him, and I found that he's a sweetheart, cute. So it's how
but you were avoiding me, and now you live in me. I know, I live in you. Wait, what?
Oh no. Little Freudian slip there. No, but that is really cute, and I kind of want to throw up as well, but
hey, no king
just swallow it
here.
back.
It's just the beginning, so don't worry. After, I'm gonna be mad.
Fair. Absolutely fair.
Sorry, I was just saying, Tosa, while you were in Darklands, I didn't also realise that this book is in multiple languages as well, isn't it?
Yeah, now this year I've translated it into Spanish and Italian, so French, English, so 4 languages now. Yeah. I got the help. I actually never planned to just translate it, but the Italian and Spanish community, they just they reached me, and they said, hey, we will really want to do it, so we just work together, and it happens. But yeah, I'm pretty happy about it.
That really shocked me, because I know some of the Italians and Spanish, and they come over and they'll, I've got this book for Tosa to sign. And I looked at it and I was, that looks different to the one that I've seen about. And then I saw it and it's Spanish. What? What's going on here? But so how many copies have you sold altogether, English,
from the beginning?
Spanish, Italian? Yes, go on.
Easily over 10,000.
Damn, that is a lot.
Easily. I have lots of count, to be honest.
God. So, Spyke, sugar daddy?
Sugar daddy.
Say it, Spyke, say it.
Yes, please. Give me some gear. Give me my travel. Well, we have to discuss now because I never pay for my travel. So maybe daddy need to pay my travel now.
Wow, hold out. You heard it here, folks.
Daddy Tosa. It sounds like it's nice.
And what's really nice is when I gain muscle or all my gear that is now too small for me, it's perfect size for Spyke, so he can wear all my gear and I can just give it all to him. That's pretty fun. And he looks sexy as hell in it.
Are you just telling that I'm skinny and you have the muscle?
Yeah.
I want to be a muscle butt too.
No, you don't. You want to be a tattooed puppy.
Yes, daddy.
Ooh, yeah.
Oof.
So I'll go on to you, Spyke, now. We're going to focus on you. So,
on too.
you were born, obviously, in France. You moved over to Canada. What's the difference in maybe the queer and pup community across the pond?
Well, so first I started puppy play 5 years ago. I was already attracted by puppy play and the role play in general, but I'm in Canada since 9 years now. So when I was in France, I would say 10 years ago, it felt more hidden. I was not yet in the community, but I was part of the LGBTQ plus community. I helped a lot of association. The puppies was always the allies. They were always here, the friends, always in the party. So I was with the puppies, but not directly in the community. But definitely it was more underground. 10 years ago, it was more sexualized too. People was living it, but mostly in private. What I saw when I arrived in Canada, especially in Montreal, it's way more socials. We have events every month. Every month we have titles in Canada. We have different titles. We have spaces that you can just exist as a pup without being sexual. So I love the fact that in Montreal you can be goofy, social, emotional, and I said goofy, so you already know that it's my place here. But it's not just kinky. It's definitely what I saw, and every time I say we have the chance to travel worldwide for our job, and something that I see, it's each community it's really different. And for me, France was more the underground. Canada, it's more the social. Sometimes you have more sexual in different country. So yeah, definitely I will say in Canada it's more social. You go at the restaurant, at the bar, you have different kind of chill event that you can just wear your pop hood, and it's not about kink, it's not about sex, it's not about we go in the dark room just after, even if it's not a no. But yeah, it's more we just chill together. So it's definitely something that I saw, but I know that the French community really changed and evolved since a few years. So I'm pretty sure that now they have a lot of social events, but it's what I saw from my personal experience, I would say.
Yeah. Obviously, you've come back to Europe a few times. Well, you came back for Darklands, and you've obviously travelled a bit now. What would be your impression now? Now, just in Europe in general, what's the difference between Europe and maybe North America?
Well, definitely Europe is a big leader in role play and pub play. I will say I see all the titles, and Darklands was the perfect opportunity to see the different communities from Europe in general just talking together and just collaborated. So it's definitely something that I see now. But I saw the less underground part, and now we have big events in France, in Europe. I have the chance now to work with the French community directly for a contest, for different events. So I see the new fresh hair kind of stuff who arrive in the community, and I'm so happy. I know that we have a lot of trouble, and sometimes we have association who closed, and it's heartbreaking for me when it happened, because of course that means that some of the pups or pets are not going to be able to have a safe space to evolve and just to continue to explore themselves. But I see that the new pup generation who arrive really want to create those safe space, and I find it's really encouraging, and I think it's already something that we have since few years in Montreal. So when I can try to bring my Montreal, Canada experience to France, it's always a pleasure, because, well, I'm a French pup and Canadian pup now, so it's always cool to make them fit together, I would say.
Yeah, that's good. I thought Dax was going to say something then, and I was, oh no. No. Dax, would you like to go to the next question? I can't see what to follow on with that. Okay. I'm jaw on the floor, just going, okay, that's a lot. That's a lot to take in.
Somehow it was so much, yet so concise as well. Somebody has studied for this.
They probably have.
And we love that. We love a prepared puppy.
Woof, I would say.
Ow.
Woof.
Okay, so going back to your book, Tosa, the book covers origins, hierarchy, headspace, psychology, and social dynamics. What was the hardest to get right on the page?
Oh, geez. Well, I think you spot pretty much the hardest chapters and the longest one in your question, but also definitely the psychology one. I mean, yeah, that was by far the most complex part, not just because it's a very deep topic, but because I really want to do it right. I didn't want it to be just opinions, but I really wanted to be grounded in research. I mean, in real studies, in real perspective as well. I went through everything I could find. It took 3 years of research, and I've read early books in, I think it was 2006 and 2015 from Wolf and Bark, all the academic work. In UK, actually, they had a lot of research, mastery thesis, so I could reach to them. Yeah, I think it was a Langridge, Dawson. It was a lot, but it was all, I would say, a bit boring when you read it. Sometimes when you want to just search a small information, you have to go through 50 pages of big university research.
Yep.
The big challenge for me was to translate all that into something more accessible for the puppies, something that will make sense to someone new or the parents of the puppies if they want to share that, but also still feel accurate and respectful to people who live it every day. Yeah, being honest, writing about a community you're part of, I think it means that you cannot hide just behind the theory, but for me, I have to represent it more authentically.
Yeah.
And including all the complexity, not just the aesthetic, as Spyke said. Yeah, I think that.
Yeah.
So,
what I would like to know as well is, as part of your research, did you read any papers or did you speak to Dr. Richard Sproat, perhaps?
Which one? Doctor Who?
Dr. Sproat?
Don't think so. No.
Because I did a couple of interviews with him a couple of years ago now, and he's really good on the kink dynamic stuff.
Okay,
His papers
nice.
are really interesting.
Yeah, I've done pretty much all my research from 2016 to 2020. After that, I did not really go more and pursue on that direction. But I'm sure there's plenty of people now and very expert on the topic.
I want to know what psychology did you use? So there's different parts of psychology, and I just want to know, is there any key areas that you focused in? Was there anything that any theories, any types of psychology?
Oh my God. I've really tried to cover them all, I'll say, from the sociodynamic to more all the conditioning of that. It's a very complex question, to be honest. That's why it took my age to cover it all. It's hard for me, but yeah.
I know some people really like doing the Freudian perspective of psychology, and some people like doing more the humanitarian side. And I was just wondering, do you have preference or just that stuff?
I don't think I have a preference. I know I've talked about the Freudian theory more when you're more of a little and how it influenced all your life and as a puppy as well. But no, I think they all have a point to bring to the table.
Yeah, I like that.
Oof.
You should know, if you start talking psychology with me, this podcast will last 4 hours.
That's my concern. Whoa, that's a deep topic.
Yeah.
But it's very fun though. It helps you learn a lot about yourself and others, their comportement, c'est quoi? C'est behavior.
Yeah, I do find that sometimes we overlook things and we don't really delve deep. We don't look at why we want something. We just instantly do it. We're so much wanting the instant gratification that we just go, oh, I'm just going to do it because, not I'm doing this because, do you mean? We don't actually go further. We don't understand why we want something. And I think that's really key. And it's really nice to see that there are educational resources out there that's using proper psychological research to help people understand what their wants and needs are. And I think that really helps you learn as an individual as well.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Woof. Woof. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna say a woof because we can go on and on. Yeah, you just say the main reasons for puppy to just do it. I remember I've done the leash model I've created. That people doing it for God, so many reasons, but can be freedom, affection, expression, just how you identify yourself, for social, for headspace. There's so many reasons, and all these topics can just go on and. Yeah, it's fun.
Should I go on to my question, Dax?
I think so, yeah.
Yep. So, Spike, back to you.
Yay.
It leads in quite nicely. So, what's your view on pup play? What's your perspective and all that sort of stuff?
Well, my view on puppy play is probably a little different because I don't see it as a discipline or even a kink. For me, it's more a way to live. Since 5 years that I'm now in the community, I do puppy play every day. Every day I wear my pup hood, even if it's just to cook, simple. Well, of course, with the fact that with Tosa, we work on social media, we have to take pictures, we have to do content. So, of course, it's really part of my journey. But I see the world as a big playground, I would say. And I mean that seriously. We know it when we were a child, but we forget it when we grow up. As an adult, we lose the spaces where we were allowed to be messy, curious, ridiculous, joyful, and we become guarded. We try to perform, we try to look composed all the time. And puppy play give me back a playground when I can just drop all of that and just be imperfect. For me, it's something that can be really powerful in puppy play. It's powerful to being dorky, to being playful, to letting people laugh with me or even laugh at me sometimes. I don't care. I just find that it's cool because I give them a smile. And I think that's part of who Spyke is. My energy is not just chaos. I try to create a permission for people to be silly, affectionate, loud, imperfect. Because for me, when a person dares to be openly playful, that means that other people often relax and do it too. So yeah, I would say it's my view of puppy play. It's not to escape, but it's to access to joy, to access to connection, and to access to a version of yourself you may have outgrown too early. It's really like a big playground and you just enjoy it. And that's why Spyke is that silly dog that you can see everywhere. It's because it's what I love to do. And when I was a child and even when I was an adult, it's so sad that we just forget that we have to explore, we have to connect, we have to talk with others. And puppy play for me, it really bring back this kind of energy and just to have fun. And you don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have the perfect shape. You don't need those. It's just some subjects, some details, but it don't do a puppy. You don't need to have gear, expensive gear. You don't need to have specific events. You can be a puppy by your own. You can be a puppy without a hood, without gear. You can just reconnect with what you want. So I think it's one of the more powerful things that you can have and you can offer to yourself.
It was a mic drop moment. The one thing that really caught me was having people laugh at you, and all that. You have to have a lot of confidence to do that. Do you mean it takes a lot of energy and confidence to allow people to laugh at you and not be self-conscious? Where does that come from? Is that from your puppy headspace or is that personal?
Yeah, it comes with my pup space and my headspace. Well, I can't complain. I have the chance to have a pack, to have my master, to have Tosa when, well, sometimes at the end of the day, when you have, I don't know, the amount of people who were just laughing at you, but still just to be able to just have some cuddles, and sometimes it's hard. Not every day are simple, but I always said that Spyke is the funny pup, and that don't mean that I can be serious, of course. I think confidence, self-confidence, it's something that puppy play really bring me, my headspace. When I'm in my headspace, I don't look like the big picture. I just look the person that I'm connected with. So I don't care if I don't know how many people are around us and just laughing. I say I just want to bring a smile in this, well, in this world that can be harsh sometimes. So yeah, so I will say yes. I think self-confidence was with my headspace, and after I have big support with Tosa, with my master, so I'm able to sometimes to be just a pup and to have my feelings, and sometimes, well, yeah, it can be hard on myself when I saw people who just laugh, even if the reaction that I want to create. But I have support, and I know that mental health, it's something that we have to take seriously. And that means that sometimes I just close my phone, go in the forest. Well, if Tosa is here, normally we have fun in the forest, but so I just disconnect with the real world, and I'm just a puppy because, well, I'm a puppy too. And sometimes I think when we are this silly dog or on social media, people wait for us to be perfect, to be the perfect representative of the community. And sometimes it's a lot of pressure on a person that started puppy play for the same reason as the people who listening to us. So sometimes we just need to disconnect to just come back in the family, in the pack, and just take a deep breath and just go back. So I think it's my therapy. Yeah, I know that everyone just listened that I have sex in the forest with Tosa, but you have to come in the forest near to us.
I'll show you discipline, you silly puppy. You're
Forest
gonna be such a
you,
good
Daddy.
boy. Fun.
So who is the predator and who is the prey in the forest?
The big bad wolf.
Me in the forest, it's the big
Yeah.
bad wolf.
One
And
of my
me,
favorite
I'm
wolf
just the beautiful little lamb who just in the forest.
Tellement.
It's funny to be eaten by the big bad wolf. It's not my fault. I'm so sorry.
Bambi alternative ending.
I just fell on a branch. Just happened
Oh
to be there.
no, I fell on the floor. Please don't attack me. Okay, go. Never in the forest without my lube. So, boom.
I'm now wondering where you keep the lube if you're in the forest like a naked wee babby.
Oh, it's easy. In Canada, we have a maple tree, and we can just take the maple syrup from the tree, and that's perfect.
Oh, it's so Canadian.
I was going to say he keeps it in his prison pocket.
Yeah, exact. I have few different spots that I spot because I'm a Dalmatian. But yeah, so I have a lot of different way that I can put the lube on. Or right now I'm just the Easter bunny. I just put lube on each tree, and I'm here. It's for later.
Absolutely.
I was wondering where that was going to go. I thought you were going to say, at the moment, I'm already pre-lubed.
Well, Tosa asked me to don't tell you, so no.
He's reached over and told you, do not say any more. You are now forbidden.
Well, he asked me to don't talk about lube, but look, after 10 minutes, I'm here, so puppy brain.
You run the Pupstar calendar and Mazshop, a whole community brand. How did that start, and where do you want to take it?
Ooh, well, it evolved a lot. At first, I started alone. It was actually just my book. It was simply I need a company to distribute it internationally. So Mazshop began, a solution to that. So, but then Spyke came into my life, and everything just evolved from there. He has lots of creativity and skills, and we just start building more gears, accessories. We start doing polls, surveys in the community, what they want, what it's missing, and we try to give a small touch of kinks to that. to reflect different parts of our community. And then also Aden, our handler, joined, and it became more collaborative. We're power triple, and yeah, he has some dog tag colors and stuff. Well, Spyke is doing the chainmail. So yes, and then the pop store calendar came from a similar place as well. The goal of it was to give visibility. I know lots of community, small region or locally, they wanted to start sometime at calendars. I've heard that project a lot. Few people were doing it. So I said, okay, we can maybe do something with that, giving a place more internationally. So I want to showcase real people from the community to give them a platform, a voice, or just a moment to be seen annually. And yeah, it's not just about an image or a firefighter calendar. It's really about representation and where we want to take it. I think it's bigger than just products. It's really about supporting the community. We start doing the fun or the money out of it. We're investing it into the community. We're doing fundraising events. Spyke is very good to do that. Yeah, we're just trying to build bridge with different communities and something that gives back.
I love that. That's really cute.
Thanks.
You're so cute, Tosa.
Okay.
All I'm thinking of is the red hot calendar. And I was at London Pride one time, and they were walking not far behind the group that I was walking with. And I just went, I want a calendar now.
Lucky you.
Attractive. Mm-hmm.
So how does the calendar work? How does your calendar work then?
Mm-hmm. Jesus, my headphone is dying, and if I plug it, I cannot. Are you guys there?
Yeah, we're here.
Okay, sorry, I missed your question.
That's right. I was just wondering, how does the calendar work?
The calendar, well, now there's just so many people that send their pictures, so we are just trying to add everyone who's participating. So they just sign a form, they just send their best pictures that they think, and of course, there's just 12 months, so we can just add 12 people. But at the end, every year from the beginning, we're adding lots of pages at the end, and we're putting everyone from the community that participates. So it's very inclusive. That's pretty much how it works. Every year, people send their pictures, and that is the reflect of participants from everywhere in the world that are into it.
I want to bring a little things to that, but we have two different calendar. We have the safe for work and the not safe for work. So sometimes it's funny to see who's the naughty pops and who's the one who send the picture to have the beautiful picture in December with the Christmas tree, and the other one more sexual, I would say. So so it's always funny to do the drawing and just like, okay, interesting, just to go from a Thanksgiving dinner to a big feasting party. So sometimes it's,
No, you just want the nude puppy calendar now.
Yeah. That is all my brain is stuck on now.
Probably on discount now, considering that it's halfway through the year.
True.
I mean, it's June, July. What month are we on? June. Totally didn't just date this episode, but that's fine.
You just dated it. Oh, I love it. Anyway, so Spyke, we've talked a bit about the Mazrim Pack, but obviously you're the beta. What does that mean in your daily life, and what does it mean with Tosa?
Yeah, first, being a beta was a lot of finding myself process, I will say, because I was always the leader in my communities or in my friends group, and at the same time I love to be taken care of just to be a pup. So that's why beta was the more logical stuff. But being a beta isn't about being below. It's about being connected. Because as a beta, I can be the leader or the follower. It depends on if Tosa, if my master is here. In the daily life, it means that I'm really tuned into Tosa. So I feel his moods, I adapt, and sometimes I love to challenge him too. I would say it's a balance between leaning into him and still taking up space myself. Some days I'm softer, more dependent, and other days I'm leading, creating, pushing things forward. It's not a fixed hierarchy. Yes, it's always the alpha and I'm always the beta, but it's more a constant dynamic dance. So we are lucky enough to make a living entirely from our community involvement and our work in the kink and fetish scene. So, of course, being a beta of the Mazrim isn't just about providing support for my master, for my alpha, or even the rest of the pack. It's also about working to make my pack shine, of course, because we need it, and change the perception that people might have about us sometimes. I say, me too, I have some ideas in my head about Tosa when I didn't meet him. It's funny to see the other parts. And one of our core values at the Mazrim is personal development. Having worked in human resources for several years now, especially in diversity, equity, inclusion, I always try to bring a different perspective and challenge the rest of the pack on ideas or ways of thinking that might exist. So yeah, I will say it's more the coach. I'm here for you. We just gonna grow together position, and sometimes I'm just a lamb in the forest, chased by the big bad wolf. You see?
Yeah. I was about to say, you're not just a lamb in the forest, but then you ended it up with being a lamb in the forest anyway. So I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Both is good.
Both is very good.
Woof.
Ow.
Anyway, so Tosa, back to you. As alpha of the Mazrim Pack, what do you actually do? What does leading a pack involve in practice?
Ooh, well, so much. For me, being an alpha is not just about control. I think it comes with a lot of responsibility as well. I think I see it more like being a mentor or a coach. That's what I do in my personal life as well. So yeah, I think in popularity, just like a big brother, or well, sometimes like daddy, like you said. But yeah, it's more about guiding and supporting and just helping people to grow at their own pace. Spyke said it. It's a lot about development of the people. And in practice, I think it just means being present, to just listen a lot, try to create a space where people can express themselves without shame or fear. So yeah, just helping them understand themselves better. Sometimes it takes a bit of control or disciplines to help them to find themselves.
Woof.
It's also woof. It's also about recognizing potential and seeing what each person bring, and yeah, just helping them to develop it. Sometimes they can be shy, or yeah, sometimes their hardest limit or what puts a barrier into their development is themselves, and sometimes they just need a small push or a kick in the butt to do it. Yeah, so just helping them to move forward in their journey and whatever that looks like for them. And at the end of the day, it's just about care, communication, growth. Of course, I love the hierarchy, but it's not just like the hierarchy for the sake of that. It's more about a leadership with more purpose.
Yeah. No, because if you had to describe what an average day as an alpha was like, what's it like?
Well, right now I live with Spyke, close with my masters, handlers, and people of my pack. So yeah, we really live it 24/7. What's really hard for us is to set a barrier when we're in the scene. Like, okay, I'm your alpha now. You're not my boyfriend, or you're not my neighbors or anything. It's just we're starting a scene and the role kicks in. So that's the hardest part about it. But when we set up those boundaries, and that becomes very easy. Not sure. Spyke, do you have anything to add to that? Like, how is it in daily life?
On your role?
No?
Well, to bully me, to make
Hey! But that's your main kink.
No, well, it's really to support the pack, and well, of course, We have a master, as we told 100 times since the beginning of the podcast. But we have, sometimes, well, he has a life, so sometimes he's just away. So, of course, Tosa have to be there for us. And, well, we have a beautiful Omega. His name is Loki.
I was going to to talk about Omega. It takes a lot of time.
I think we can talk about our pack without talking about Loki, definitely. Yeah. But, yeah, Loki is the crazy pup who just
always getting into trouble.
Who want to connect with everyone, who run everywhere. It's me, but worst. Yeah, that's why you don't see Loki in the events.
But less filter.
Yeah,
it needs to be chained very tightly.
Okay, yeah, I understand the type. Yeah.
Tosa, how do you cope? How do you cope?
Cope? What's that word?
How do you deal with two... Sorry, Spyke isn't chaotic, but chaotic puppies.
Spyke is not bad, actually. He's listening a lot. He's very intelligent, so it's pretty much... and he got a good boy tattooed on his chest.
Rush.
So he's really the good behavior type, which like he is not all the time. He's more... I won't say he's bratty, but he's not doing it to disobey. He's doing it because... Oh, how can I say it? Spyke, tu dirais quoi là-dessus?
Oh, good luck.
Yeah, it's hard to describe.
Could we just say lacks brain cells or?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, he's in the moment. He's in the moment.
Yeah, he's in the moment. You don't see what this... I don't know. You're gonna do this, and you don't see the consequences. So sometimes it's really an Omega who just puppy brain activated and just don't think about... If I do that, it's going to create this situation. No, it's just, hey, I want to do that. So,
chaos, fire everywhere.
Yeah, we know.
But we love him, and it's fun.
Oh, of course. They're a lot of fun. It's just that they're a health hazard to themselves and others.
Yeah.
Yeah. We know the type, don't we, Quincy?
We do.
Absolutely.
Me. This is why I'm chained down the bottom of the garden and I'm not allowed out unless I'm supervised. I'm only allowed to speak to you guys because Dax is here, and if Dax wasn't here I wouldn't be allowed to do a podcast, so the chains are on me tight even though I'm a handler, but who cares? So Spyke, for me, the final question before we get into our penultimate question that we ask every guest is actually, what does pup play give to you that nothing else does? But I want to change this because I think you've explained that quite well already. What I want to ask you is, what do you want puppy play to give you that nothing else has already? What's next for you in puppy play? What's next for you personally? So my original question was, what does pup play give to you that nothing else does? But I think we need to change that because you've given such an elegant discussion about what pup play is to you.
Yeah.
What I want to do is change that on its head and do, what does the future of pup play, what do you want from pup play in the future? What is something that you haven't got yet that you want to get? What is next for you personally and puppy?
Well, it's really a hard question because I will say that I love my life and my implication right now in the community. But definitely, well, I'm 100% myself when I go to events and even at home. So to be the silly dog and just to see more people accepting and loving the fact that it's perfect to be imperfect. So to have this, okay, now let's chill with the 500 abdominals on your chest. Just everything is okay. You can just take a deep breath and just be a silly dog. I think I really want to see more events that we have diversity. We have people that don't feel shame to look that way, to be from that past, to be from that journey. I think safe space are even more important. We saw that the pop community is getting bigger and really bigger since COVID. And I'm sorry I said that word. And I know that we are in 2026 and we don't talk about COVID anymore, but I'm Spyke and I do what I want to do. So, but yeah, I think it's really yeah, I know that we're gonna need a talk later, Tosa, in the forest. But yeah, definitely, I will say to see more of imperfect pop who don't feel that they need a pack, they need to be part of something, to be part of this community, because you don't need to be a personality, you don't need to be a worker on social media or have a beautiful position at work. You can be whatever you want, you can be whatever you want, and just to accept that it exists so many ways to do poppy play as we have people who do poppy play. So at the moment that we're gonna have this, I know it sounds like Miss Universe things, and I'm so sorry. And I want my crown after the podcast, please. But really to have this more community-driven things. I think we, in Poppy Play right now, even more in the fetish kink world, we really waiting for someone to take the lead and to do this. And, well, spoiler alert, nobody gonna do this if you don't do it. So we always need someone to just to do it and put the pose inside the work. And I know that sometimes it happens that people have ideas, for example, about us as Mazrim, because people say that they see us everywhere. We're on social media, we are in events and all of this. But please, if you want to work in the community, if you want to just be there, create events. I know that it can be stressful to create events, but it's so powerful that you can create safe space. You can give the opportunity to people to just be themselves. So what I would like to see in the pop play and for me in the future, and I'm going to continue to work on this really hardly, but it's just to see people who want to involve themselves in the community and just create events, create contests, because we don't have a perfect book, and no, I'm not talking about you, Tosa, but we don't have a book that we have to follow and we say, okay, you can do this, you can do this. Just do it, and we're gonna see later. And we always have title orders or people in the community that are gonna be happy to jump in the project and just to help you and to support you. Just if you have an idea, create it and do your own world, because it's what Poppy Play is. It's your headspace. It's what you want to do. As much as you respect the consent of everyone, let's do it. It's a big playground. Yeah, I would say it's gonna bring me a lot of joy, and it's how I learned the most. It's when I saw in the different communities what we have to work on or the difficulties in some of the communities around the world, and it's how I learn. So yeah.
That's all.
I missed the award for Miss Universe goes to Spyke.
Oh my god! Thank you to my mom. Thank you to my yeah.
Literally, I was just sitting there, just taking it all in, and this is a title holder speech, and I'm okay. We see where this is going.
Sorry, I am one of them. But yeah, I don't say that to look cute. It's really what I think about this, and yeah.
No, it was really nice. And going from that really nice question, we're going to go into our penultimate question. Now, Dax, I don't know. I have a feeling that I want to ask them both independently and then ask them together. Ooh.
The answer is yes. It only happened once at the cottage. Spyke did it.
Well, the question is, have you ever been caught engaging in your kink or fetish? So now you've got to spill the beans.
Tosa, you're the alpha. You start.
Well, just so many times. I think all the time. I mean, for me, it's not something I turn on and off. It's just part of my life. It's 24/7. This week we just renovate our basement. It's a full big dungeon now with lots of puppy hood on the shelves. So have we been out engaging in kinks? Jeez, every day. What do you want to know about that? Yeah, we're very open about it, especially on social media. I think we're sharing our kink life as well.
I think we're going for something a bit naughtier, Tosa.
Oh, jeez.
Have you been caught like engaging in sexual kink or fetish? Like when you we've had it on the past where someone was cottaging and was caught cottaging. So what is some naughty things that you've been up to that you've been caught or nearly caught?
Name all the kinks and fetishes and places that you could go. I've done it all, I think. It's hard to just say something. Fucking on a rail track with a train coming stuff, or what do you want to know?
Have you?
Yeah.
Woof.
Explain.
Explain. Well, it all starts with just 3 people going in the woods, walking, and just, we're gonna do a photo shoot there, and all dressed, ass open, and in gear, latex leather, and a train coming, and we just decide to just have some fun. Small bondage there with the pause lock, and that's it. That's just a normal
people
Monday.
On the train saw you?
I don't think so. I mean, we were on the trail before the train come, then we just heard it start, and then we just left in the woods and kept doing there. But it's not it's not that time that it was in the train. Spyke, you go.
So
Spyke. Spyke, help us.
Well, for me, it's funny because it happened to an event that we talked previously, but it was at Darklands. And I don't know if you can be caught during Darklands because it's kind of the event that
people are
it's
there
normal.
For that.
But it's just because I was, I would say in beautiful words, dancing into someone's on the dance floor. And I just
on the balcony. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, and I had just have someone who came to me and was, "Oh, are you Spyke? Can we take a picture?" And I was like, it's not the best moment, but I found it funny. And that's why I stopped. I took the picture and I started again because I was, you got something here. Like, to stop a scene and just to be caught, to just say, "Hey, I want a picture. I'm so sorry. I see that right now you're doing something, but I just want a picture." Yeah, of course, sure. So just like putting back your pants and just doing the picture, nothing happened. It's my story for in the kink community, but it already happened one time in the forest. Yeah, I know, I definitely have something with the forest. But we were just playing in the forest with someone, and we just, a grandmother with his husband just walking in the forest. And I'm not sure what she really saw, but definitely it was 2 puppies fucking against a tree. Well, it was funny, and she just saw us. She just made hysterical laugh, and she just turned back and just left. So yeah,
she touches herself thinking about that.
Yeah, I think she discovered something about herself.
She learned something about herself that night.
Yeah. It's like National Geographic in person. Like, she saw how we create.
Absolutely.
So it's amazing. I did like educational moments. But yeah.
Who was David Attenborough? Oh. Well, I was about to ask, have you ever been caught together?
I mean, it's all at the places that it's a bit made for that people could expect. So have we been caught? I don't think so. It's all...
No,
like
we
so many times, but it's not, you've been caught, you were not supposed to do it. I don't know.
Yeah,
and for the record, I am not married, so I understand we cannot have sex before the wedding. So for the record, I'm totally virgin.
Yes, yes, I understand. No, it also doesn't count as gay sex if you leave your socks on, so it's fine.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, we always keep the socks on for me.
Yeah,
so
same.
okay.
That's why I'm still a virgin, because the socks are always on.
You've gone down a rabbit hole there now, Dax. You've gone down a rabbit hole. Don't speak to Spyke about socks.
Ruff,
Oh,
ruff,
yeah.
ruff, ruff.
Whoops.
I created a sniff-off contest before. At the beginning, it was for a joke. We were just talking with my co-organizer, Red Luck, and we were just, who's gonna be like going back at home from Darklands with the most of socks from Darklands, and the joke became like now an international contest that we have in 6 different countries. So what I was saying previously, if you want to create something, even if it was a joke or just a kink, let's do it, because sometimes it can be bigger and you don't imagine the collection of socks that I have at home. It smells like, well, it depends for who. For me, it's like heaven, but for some of the person of my pack, it smells like something dying in the basement. So, oopsie.
I was going to say that you've been caught many times just sniffing like underwears and socks in the penderie, and and Spyke said that it was going to make a wall of collection with all Ziplocs and baggies with all the socks in it, and I'm pretty sure you're just gonna go and have some fun sniffing all of them.
Yeah. So that's why right now I take advantage of this podcast. So if you want to send me your socks, I can give you a
Absolutely.
Woo.
I mean, we all have a Ziploc bag collection of underwear, right?
Oh, cute. Yeah, we all have. I talk for myself. I definitely have different kind of Ziplocs with socks or underwear. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Glad it's not just me. Quincy, back to you.
I don't know where to go with this now. No, it is. So, apart from sniffing, puppy play is more than that. We're going to go on to my favourite section, the Deviant Download. And this week, the topic is puppy play. What is puppy play? As a normal, we will do a carousel that will be available on TikTok and Instagram, if I'm still doing it. And I hope I am. And today, we've got 2 amazing individuals who can help us distinguish what is puppy play explained simply. So, I first want to get on to what is puppy play? What's the definition of puppy play? Tosa, I don't know, did you come to a single definition in your book?
A single definition? Well, it was hard to come with a single definition. I think I would say that it's a role-playing game where the human puts himself in the place of a puppy, but I've tried so many different definitions, but it's really about how the people live it, how the person want it to be. Other definition I came up with treating someone or pretending to be a puppy. And when I say a puppy, it's a young dog because it's more silly, playful. They want to learn. What else? Yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, it's pretty much so. A traditional sense, it's about role play. It's about getting maybe into a headspace, maybe not, but generally about role playing in a canine-like manner.
It's when you act like a dog, you get on all fours and just try to be one. It's
to be one, yeah. But obviously, I think over time it's starting to change. It's gone more away from role playing a kink, sometimes to more of a fetish where people like the aesthetic of the pup hood and the gear and the mitts and everything. So obviously there is, I mean, it's very hard to try and define it really, isn't it?
It was very hard to define it, and you said some people practice this for social reason, to have less anxiety when they go out in parties or others. Some it's purely sexual, some it's really because they want attention or affection from maybe an alpha or a handler. So you can just make it whatever you like it to be, and with that you try to just get into your pup headspace and it becomes what you like and want. And communication really helps for that when you're telling your partners what you want to achieve or what you want from it. It all makes sense then.
Anyway, but we are. I think that to me, I think it's covered what puppy play. I think puppy play is just what you want it to be. I think it's such an inclusive community. I look for the puppy flag, for example. I don't know if you know this, but the white stripe on the puppy flag is 1.5 times bigger than the other stripes. And that is to show how broad the community is, how diverse and broad the community is. So it's very hard to define something that's so broad. It's in some sense, puppy play has started to become an umbrella term, but we don't have terms underneath to describe the different aspects of puppy play at the moment. I think that's the best way to summarize it.
Nice.
I love it.
Yay. Wolf. So Spyke, you do puppy play in so many different ways, but what is pup play? What is not pup play? What isn't pup play?
Oh, it's a good question. And my answer is going to be, well, it's not something that fits into a single definition of stereotype.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
Often viewed as being only about sex or something extreme sometimes. But in reality, it can be light, social, and even wholesome. So for many, it's closer to play, stress relief, or community bonding than anything else. Many people engage in pop play purely for fun, stress relief, or social connection. And a lot of assumptions come from misunderstanding or lack of exposure sometimes. So the thing that it's not something that can fit in a single definition. It's what we saw when you talk about what puppy play is. We see that it's hard to make it fit in this.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people come with assumptions on what puppy play is through social media, through porn, through the way they're exposed to it. And I don't think it's always described as being broad. It's always, people try to fit a narrative that they feel is best. So what I've noticed with a lot of contests are they'll always explain it more socially. Puppy porn companies will always explain it more sexually. Events that are social will explain it socially. It goes on, and it's so hard to try and try to see the full picture when people are just altering the definition based on where it fits. So it's really hard, and there's a lot of assumptions coming into place going, oh, it's just sexual, it's just social, but it is actually so much broader.
I think a good question to kind of ask Tosa about that would be, before you wrote your book, what did pup play mean to you then compared to now that you've written the book? What does it mean to you now?
Oh, wow, I like that. When I started, we were less than 10 people in Montreal practicing it, and it was very small. It was just socializing and being with people that are, I won't say different, but just I had a sense of belonging with them, and we could just have fun and puppy and exploring, and it just went so much bigger. It just exploded with thousands of people. I don't think I'm answering the question there. Can you repeat again?
So what did puppy play mean? What was puppy play to you before you wrote your book?
For me, that was, at first, it was really about exploring myself, all my fetishes, kinks, and just, I really enjoyed the aesthetic, the gear of puppy play, and that's what really caught my eyes at first. Full puppy in latex and just that dehumanization of it. And I just really want to try it. Then I've pretty much explored all the... It was a lot of sexual at the beginning because the whole guard of puppy play was more into the BDSM and later structures of it. Then it really turned to be more with, oh God, it was very sexualized, and with mistress letters and all the popularization of the neoprene hood, I'll say, it became way more on social media. It's really exploded more than just Fet Life at the time, and people just started going out in bars, and even they didn't know what puppy play was. You just tried to fit in, and we really got a lot of crossover communities, and the sense of education really took more sense in that time, in the late 2000s. And now, it's more social. It's more, you said it's not just one umbrella, or it is one umbrella, but there's so many ways now to be a puppy, and you just need to try them and find where you fit. And if you don't fit, just make it your home. This is the beauty out of it.
Yeah, I really like that. I was just going to say, just going back on what it isn't, because I'm just about to get onto gear, and I've got some, and I want to hear your opinions on gear. But obviously, pup play, there are some rules. What it isn't about animals. It's not about. It's not about animals. It's not exclusively sexual, and it is consensual. It's between consenting and adults.
Well said.
And I do think it needs to sometimes keep being said, because I think sometimes assumptions, again, people think it's about this or that, and it's not. The gear, you talked about the gear being a really important thing at the start. Actually, this year is the 10th anniversary of the puphood for Mr. S. Leather, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. True.
Very cool.
Yeah. So that's really cool. But so what is pup gear to you?
What is pup gear to me? Can I just go back a bit? And I think I have something to add. You said something very meaningful. A word of caution, I will say. You said what puppy play is not. I'll say, for me, puppy play is an interaction between a human who interacts with one or more other humans, and actual animals are not involved. So therefore, puppy play has nothing to do with bestiality or zoophilia. It's I know there's, well, yeah, I'll just end it up there. You said it's important to remind sometimes, but
Respond to the other question about the gear.
The other thing that I wanted to get onto that I didn't actually have noted down, but I think it's really important to talk about. You've talked about pup play and you've talked about pet play. So what's the difference between pup and pet play?
Well, for the pup play is real for the puppies or the dogs. The pet play is for all our friends, the bunny, the kitties, the ponies. No matter what you want to be as an animal, you can be. We have in our pack, we have a unicorn. So you can be whatever you want. And definitely we can say that puppy play is with each year, the community here in Montreal, it's getting really bigger. Tosa said it was 10 years ago, it was 10 people in the community. Now, for the association here in Montreal, so the name is Woof Montréal, we have now more than 400 people, 400 pets. And of course, the big spotlight was on the pups because, well, pups are everywhere. Not too long, but Sabrina Carpenter at Coachella did a number with people who were dressed like puppies. It was Dalmatian, so call me Sabrina if you hear that, please. But definitely you can see that now we have a big spotlight on it. And that's why I think those fashion companies really concentrate on puppies, because puppies are everywhere, the social and everything. The other one is the furry, but the furry have their own shop because they have to create, and we have the chance to have people who are passionate about what they do and do so good about this. But the pet play and the pet fashion, it's less here because we don't see them as much as we see the puppies in social, in different stuff. Like I said, Sabrina Carpenter who go on scene with 10 puppies. It's crazy to see that in 2026 at the TV during one of the biggest concerts, to see someone arriving with 10 puppies. It's crazy. And at the same time, it really talk about the fact that our community, it's not anymore an underground community, and we just need a spotlight. And the thing about pet community, it's pup are being part of the pet community. So now that puppies have the chance to have maybe a bigger exposure or a bigger spotlight, we need to help the rest of the community, the pets, to have their own spotlight, because they deserve it, and it's all together that we can be good and strong and against the people that hate us because they think that we are just extreme people. Well, I'm an extreme person, but not in every different stuff in my life. So yeah, I think we just need right now to just lift each other in the pet community. And I know that most of the time for association or others, we just try to keep pups together, keep bunnies together, keep ponies together. And it's sad because, for example, at Pouf Montréal, the association in Montreal, we have ponies, we have bunnies, we have kitties, and it's so interesting, and it's such a big educational moment when you see another pets who interact with someone, or even as a pup, to interact with the kitties, to interact with the pony, to interact with no matter what. It's something that I learned, and it's so powerful when you want to grow in your community and you want to make it bigger and better, to see how you interact or others interact with you, because it's how you can change a little bit how you react, how you interact with someone. And that's why I try to talk the most possible about, when I talk about pup, I try to talk about pet, because we were part of this, and we need to don't forget that they exist and they belong to be here, and we need them.
Yeah.
So I just want to summarize. So the pet play
Simple
community is an umbrella term, and underneath that umbrella, the bunnies reign supreme. But you've also got, I'm a bunny, so I'm always going to say the bunnies are the best. But but you've got different types of pets. So people role play as different animals. So you might have bunnies, you might have cats, you might have ponies, whatever type of animal role play that you might have. And then in that umbrella is puppy play. And then puppy play then has its own umbrella where there is all sorts of, is it gear focused? Is it more role play focused? Is it sexual? Is it non-sexual?
Oh, yes.
All that complicatedness there. So simply, that's how it is, right?
Oh, my wolf, I love
Thank
this.
you. That was concise, I think. BDSM, puppy play can be a subcategory of the BDSM. And puppy play is actually a subcategory of pet play as well, like Spyke said. And pet play is it's a role play where humans can take the role of any conceivable animals, like bunny, kitty, horse. And
raccoons.
Then you got all those critters. So yeah, and then you can go in the Therians world, with a dragon and unicorns, and just identify yourself to anything you want. But there's a lot of subcategory for sure.
But bunnies are the best.
Yes, gear. What do you want to know about it? I'm all for it. It's my main kink. Gear, hood, latex, leather, everything.
So, but puppy play, so this is where it gets a bit confusing, I think, for some people as well, is that puppy play is about role playing.
Yes.
And then you have this aspect of gear, and they're two separate things, aren't they? Because you don't need gear to role play, because you can just act like a dog and in normal clothes. You could act like a dog naked. You don't need anything.
Yeah, but it's all about... Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
No, carry on.
Yeah, just you said, puppy play is about the headspace, the mindset you're putting yourself into. It has nothing to do with gear. You said it. You can have human clothes, you can be naked, you can have any fetish gear you want. It's really gear helps you to be comfortable and to, I would say, projects maybe something you like. It helps. But yeah, you don't need gear to do puppy play. It's 100% headspace. But then the gear, it can help a lot of people. So some people like to have a collar because they have a sense of belonging, or they know they're being protected by a pack or a handler, maybe, that they will be there for them. For me, I can just project myself and tell others what I'm into. I know there's the Anki code. Maybe you want to flag something, your kink, so it's easy for others to... I think for me at first it was a way to connect with others. Okay, I'm gonna dress in latex because I want this, and so yeah, gear just helps you to project your image that you want to be maybe, but you don't need any piece of equipment to practice puppy play. It can be totally free.
Yeah,
Yep.
gear for me can be different stuff and bring something different. For example, we know that we have a lot of pet or pup who are non-talking, so we're just acting like a pup. And of course, definitely the gear can help sometimes. You have the, for example, do not touch me or those kind of stuff.
Yes.
Can give you some advice about how to interact with this person. Of course, normally you always look the non-talking and just try to be as much as you can know and read the room. But I think the gear, and even more in 2026, was more a social stuff, to be part of a group, to look at a specific way. And of course, we saw on social media that as much as you have gear, you have to be with a perfect background and well worked. So I think it's more sometimes for the exposure, but definitely you have different stuff in the gear that can help to go mentally or physically inside your headspace, or it can help. You don't need them, but for example, me, I know that well, now I can be in my headspace without the hoods, but when I begin, it really helped me shape my identity, immerse into my pop mindset. For example, my mitts, my paws, I know that it limits the dexterity, so it really encourage more the instinctive movement. But after, you don't need them. Of course, knee pads and those stuff for me are mandatory because security first. And well, we are not built to be on R4 for a full day without protection. So we need those. So the knee pads, for example, sometimes the mitts or the paws can help. But it can be different kind of stuff. It can be to be part of something. And that's for me the tricky part, because when you wear gear to be part of something, that means first sometimes you don't do it 100% for yourself, and that's how people start to okay, if I don't have this amount of gear, I'm not a puppy. So it's tricky sometimes, but you don't need gear to be a pup. I think it's more a social stuff, because you go out, you want to be part of a group, so you wear the same gear or anything. And sometimes it's just because you like it by yourself, and you just can just wear your gear at home, alone, in your pup space, and it's good, and you don't need that. But I think in more we go, now we are in 2026, and we're waiting, I think, for the people on social media, for example, to wear gear, to be exposed, to look a certain way, or to show something. And it's sad because it's not always the case. And that's why sometimes with Tosa, we try to balance with the gear and non-gear, because you don't need gear to be a pet, to be a pup, to be whatever you want. But of course, when you just open your Instagram, or no matter what, it's the social media platform, you can see that. And you have to look that way to be a good pop. And so that's why the gear is really a tricky question. And I know that even during the contest, sometimes they ask about what gear that you own, and it's always tricky, because my gear don't make myself, and it's not me, because sometimes you have pups who don't have that amount of money to have a harness or those, and they're still pup or pet. So I think we have to sometimes calm down a little bit with the gear, and just to understand that some of them are really happy to show them because it reflects themselves, or sometimes because they don't talk, so they can put different messages, don't touch me, or in training, or those stuff. But it's, for me, it's really social stuff. We can see with the Mr. S Leather, we have Mr. Bear, we have so much shop who do the puppyhood, who change the visuals and everything. Sometimes it's really more a fashion war, I would say. So without going in this fashion stuff, just to feel okay with yourself, even if you just wear a t-shirt, it's good. You don't need that. But I think it's what we're waiting for people and for pets to look like now. When you join the community and you go to the events, you have to wear the perfect gear, the thing that people are gonna recognize you for years without. So yeah, it was a
Yeah,
long story.
no, I like it. I just want to pick it apart a bit. I think the social media element, yeah, I think it's helped in connecting, but it can also put pressure standards, and it makes standards that you need this to do that. And I think that is definitely something that needs to be addressed. But also on the other side, I think while puppy play was instinctively a role play and a kink, through the use of social media, it's now become a fetish where the look of pup play is now a fetish. So the wearing of the hood and the gear is now a fetish, and people are now attracted to when someone is looking like they're doing pup play. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And I think that's now developed, and that's, for me, that's really hard to come to terms with, because I'm always, well, it's acting for me. It's not the way I look, it's how I act. But but some people see it in a different way now, and that's how broad the community is getting with the use of social media. You said hoods. Let's go back onto hoods. They've been out for 10 years from Mr. S, but now so many companies do it. You said Mr. Bear, I know Mr. S do it, Scrapyard Leather. So many do it.
Black Style, Tough
Squad.
For Fun. Just so many companies are doing it,
So it really shows how much stylism is in our community. And it's a lot about individuality, really, isn't it? That's why there's so many hoods, isn't there?
Yeah, absolutely. And even us as the Mazrim, we have the Mazshop, who's like a king store. So definitely the fashion around those environment, around our community, it's something that people want. And most of the time, the problem, it's expensive. So not everyone can buy those stuff. And that's why we have this fashion war I was saying. It just, you see so many company right now doing sometimes not the same stuff, but sometimes some of the products really look, so you can see that you have to be cheap, you have to be classy, you have to be customizable, and it's everywhere on our computer, on our phone, on our social media, on the discussion with people when you talk. And one of the first thing is, oh, I love your outfit, I love your harness, I love this. And it's the first thing that people like notice when they're so used. So definitely we have a big fashion stuff around our kink and fetish, and it going bigger and bigger.
Yeah. But what really draws people to pup and pet play is not generally always big carrots. Sometimes it's about the headspace. We talked about headspace. It's also, I think Spyke's talked a lot about freedom and going away from humanity and just being a dog and just letting all of those worldly issues disappear. But also it's about the community. What is there anything else I missed off that the reasons people get into pup play?
Oh my. I think Spike said it, but I think really freedom, affection, identity, socializing, headspace. I think that's the main umbrella. But if I go in, people practice puppy play for the relaxation, the absence of responsibility. You just go back home from work and get a lot of stress. You just want to space out a bit and being able to enjoy the present moment. the simplicity of mind. Gosh, there's just so many reasons, and you just need to pick up what you need in that moment. Do you feel like maybe lonely and you need a sense of belonging? Do you need some attention and care from your pup brothers or sisters? So yeah, a lot of people do it for fetish, the king, all the sexual pleasures out of it, the fantasy of being home or held like in a cage. So I think nowadays people do it a lot for social. They have social anxiety. They want to go to events, and it helps them to do some interactions or get relationships.
Well, we can say just to be part of something.
Yeah, exactly. A sense of belonging, to live in the
I was also going to say, we keep going on to this word headspace, and I don't think we've really cleared that up, and I want to clear that up just before we go. So what is headspace? So there's actually, I don't know if you know this, Tosa, there's an interesting psychology that was done called flow state. Do you know flow state?
Don't think so. From who?
Flow state. It was by, I don't really want to say the name. It's a psychologist.
Okay.
It's spelled Mahaly, Mahaly, and then it's a long surname. It's about how people get into these different states of being. You get put into the zone when you do a work, and you just get put into this zone of work, or artists get into this creative mindset. Puppies are a bit like that. When we talk about headspace, it's like flow state. It's like being in the zone. You go into a totally different headspace, and it's that loss of self-consciousness, time distortion. You're focused on what you're doing. You're really focused on being a dog. It's a totally different space, and I can't really explain it more than that, but I don't know if you could help with that.
I think headspace and pup play is the state of mind of being a puppy, like you said. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's true. I took 50 pages to try to resume that. I'll try to be brief. Just headspace helps you to let go of all the stress, thoughts, and emotions. I don't know if you want me to give advice how to get into pup headspace. People think that they... Okay, we can go there after, sure. So yeah, it's a conscious state of mind, just a mental place that you can relax and detach yourself from all your human stuff or patterns of everyday life. So it's mainly that. Now, how you can achieve it, that's... I won't say case by case, from one to one. There's some elements that really helps you. What I've seen from the community and people I've talked most is the hood. That's why gear became popular a lot, because it helps you to just get into a state of mind that you don't feel judged and that you don't feel always on a spotlight. You can just be silly and you're not to worry about yourself. So colors help a lot too. Sometimes you just feel, okay, or I see myself as a pup right now. I feel I have something on my color. Sometimes it does breath play a bit. It helps with all your headspace in your head. I know for me, breath play helps, gear helps, but do you have something to add, Spyke?
Woof.
Woof? Yeah, I like that. See, he's in his pup space now.
That's a claim.
It's a bit, sometimes it's hypnotization. I try to explain it as it's, when you're being hypnotized, you focus on one thing or one thought or one element, and that can help you. Or closing your eyes and going into that meditative state and just focusing on your breathing, regulating your breathing can really help. Focusing on switches. So if someone's giving you switches, you focus on those, and that helps you get into the headspace. So it is a bit, I always talk a bit like hypnotization. And think of the really cheesy cartoons you used to watch as a kid where they used to get someone hypnotized. It's not far off that, really. It's just focusing on one thing and just letting everything wash over you and just focusing on being a dog.
You resume it very well. It's when you can connect in the present moment. You said people scratch you, maybe do a belly rub. You just have the sensation of the present moment and you forget everything about the rest of life, because sometimes you think, oh, I need to work in 2 hours. Oh, I have this homework to do. Just so many going on in your mind, maybe something that stress you. And now it's hard to just connect. And so breathing helps a lot when you can just doing some, what is it in English? Cohérence cardiaque.
Box breathing.
What?
We have something called box breathing.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe that's that. Yeah, just focus on your breath in and out. And hypnosis actually helps a lot because you can just hear a voice repeating or saying stuff that keeps you conscious of the moment, and you need to focus on that and not on everything else. And at some point when you train enough, you can just get into that state just in a click.
Yeah. And it does help day to day as well, because once you learn how to get into that puppy headspace, it's really easy to switch between work headspace, or if you're creative, a lot of creatives can switch into their creative headspace better, or if they are creative, they get into pup space easier because they know it from getting into creative headspace. So it does actually help in your day-to-day life as well, which is really interesting. And we could go on a psychology for ages, but we'll keep it simple. Is there anything you two, or even Dax, any questions or anything you think we could cover off just before the end of it?
Nope.
Not that I can think of.
No, I think that's all. Did Dax roll the dice?
Well, we're going to do Dax rolls. Be patient. Well, let me finish off my Deviant download and we will let you get on to Dax's dice. I know you've been looking forward to it. So thank you for listening to our little download today. Remember, pup play is always consensual. However you do it, however you want to do it, always be ethical and consensual. And I'll let you go on to Dax now. Dax, they're all coming to you now.
Okay. Well, you know what time it is. It's time to roll it, own it, share it. The dice don't judge, and neither do we. It's time for Dax's dice. Are we feeling lucky today? That's the really important question.
Well, I'm Spyke, so I always feel lucky.
I mean, is it a physical dice or a digital dice?
My physical dice are in the other room, and I don't have a lot of space on my desk, so it's the digital dice for now. How do we want to do this? Will I roll the dice once and have you answer the same question, or do you want your own individual rolls?
I think we have advantage, so you need to roll 2 dice.
All right, I'll roll 2 dice at the same time. We have our rolls. Who wants to volunteer? Who wants to volunteer for the first number?
Tosa.
I'll go.
Tosa?
I'll go. You just threw me on the bus. I'll go.
I love you.
Got
I
number
love you.
6. So what is your favorite part of being in the community? That's a nice one.
Ooh, wow. I think all the connections and being able to, when I just travel or go to events, I just see a lot of people like me or that want to gather and create some bounds. The opportunity to connect and create something bigger than just yourselves. It's really nice to have a space with people from all reasons. So the diversity, it's really nice about it.
All right, I like that. That's cute. And Spyke, how lucky do you feel again?
Well, I still feel lucky. I'm gonna be okay.
You rolled a 15. So what is a dynamic or role you secretly enjoy more than you expected?
Oh, this one is gonna be funny to respond. Well, I know that people see me like the skinny Dalmatian running everywhere and way too more expressive, but I love to be in my dominant role sometimes. I know I'm a switch, so I know I have a top side and I love to use it. I know that people, most of the time when they look at me, they don't think about this part of myself, but it's something that at the beginning I just did it because it was the fit with the person. Definitely it was my job to be the dominant, and I was okay, finally I really like this, and now I'm really a sadistic dom sometimes, and I enjoy myself because people and my master played with me, pushed my limits sometimes in a consent environment, of course, but the push them. And right now it's funny to do this on others and to have the I'm here for you. Don't worry, I'm not here to just punch you in the face, but I want to bring you somewhere that you never know that you were able to go. And it's something that I really like. Right now I have the chance to have I own a beautiful pup. His name is Still, and we explore this kind of dynamic, and definitely it's something that bring me a lot of joy, I will say.
Yes, Daddy Spyke.
So the thing is that he talks about this dominant side, and he even said it to me and said, "Oh, you'll see it, Darklands," and I never got to saw it, so I don't believe it is a thing. But
does have one, a very strong one.
Quincy, it's you and me, baby.
Yeah. Let's fuck up the world. So, are we all done, Dax?
I think we are, yeah.
Are we all done? Before we go, Tosa and Spyke, please let us know where we can find you and share all of your details. It's promo time.
Of course, if you want to talk to me, to see me on social media, it's at Spyke_Mazrim. I have a Blue Sky, I have a Twitter. Well, it's not Twitter anymore, it's X. Well, you can find me everywhere. Sorry, you can't find picture full nudity of myself. I'm so sorry about that. But yeah, I'm on social media, and of course, you can just go see our product on mazshop.ca. You have the books of Tosa, you have calendars, you have t-shirts, you have so much stuff. So yeah, and I give you the mic, Tosa, to talk about your social media.
Thank you, Spyke. So you can find me on Instagram. I think that's at Alpha Tosa, or I think pretty much elsewhere on any social media. It's at PUPTUSA, and it will be a pleasure to connect. Riff.
That sounds rehearsed.
No.
It was so clean. It was, okay, this is proper. Are we getting sponsorship now? Oh, this is nice.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say no to sponsorship. Would you, Dax? We need sponsorship. I wouldn't say no.
Yeah, that's true.
If you want to sponsor us,
be down. So what do you guys need?
I don't know. What do we need, Dax?
No,
life.
In return, endless blowjobs.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but what do you need? It's not what you can bring, it's what do you need. You guys are just giving. How can we support you?
How dare you? Well,
I'm the slot. I'm the slot, that's why.
Well,
yeah, Quincy,
true, we have not talked much about you.
Quincy, what is it that we need?
Quincy, help!
What do we need? Are we still recording? Should we finish the podcast and then chat about this?
Yeah, we can finish the podcast.
All right, I thought this was going to be part of the outro, but sure.
We can be part of the outro. Ask me again, Dax. Ask me again, Dax.
What do we need, Quincy?
Well, we always need support and interaction online and social media. So you can always follow us at Deviant Download, or you can find our email somewhere in the ether and follow us on our podcast channels. We have Spotify and hopefully more. They just keep coming and I lose my list of where we are at the moment. We always need support, whatever. It does take time, effort, and money to run these podcasts. So any help is always supported. So if you do want to help us, message us, email us, chat to us. We're always open for sponsorship or support. But your likes, follows, reshares, listens are always greatly appreciated from all of you. Without look at that. It was rehearsed. So.
Okay, that was not rehearsed. We need to do that again. We were just giving you the spotlight.
We'll see you next
Do it again.
Readers.
So we have been the Deviant Duo, and we've been joined by two amazing duos. No, sorry. Try again.
I've been Dax.
I've been Spyke.
And Tosa. Riff.
We'll see you next time.
rush.
Very nice.